Welcome back, Cavers, to the Lucky Die. Previously, Lafian messages, Rhal makes a difficult choice, Squash feels cursed, and Zaltanna senses something is wrong. Liana and Rhal take a spot of tea in the stalking as she explains what it is that Rhal has done for her, and what it is that Rhal needs to now do with her blood. When leaving the cave, Zaltanna is suddenly hit with a very, very bad feeling. How old is Soren Arkwright? What made these tunnels? And what happened to Dammaz? I guess we're about to find out. Welcome back to the Lucky Die. You find yourself in a tunnel that has been created by a big worm-like creature. What do you want to do?
Well, before I learn the color of the worm-like creature, I just want to get the fuck out of here. I do believe that our intention was to just keep going at this point and try to exit the cave or try to get out.
Okay. You worm your way upwards, and you see that the pathway ahead of you splits into two. There is a left fork and a right fork. One seems to go up very, very steeply, and the other seems to go up at a slightly more, leisurely incline.
It diverges?
Yep.
Yeah.
You basically rock up to a fork, and you go left or right.
This isn't. We're not following the path the worm made, are we?
We are.
Yes.
Did the worm split into 2V? What happened to make the fork?
It doubles back, buddy.
Squash, are you able to figure out which way has more recently been traversed, and then we'll go the other direction?
Oh, I fucking love that idea, Lafian. Thank you.
You're welcome. Surprisingly, I like being alive.
I'm genuinely so fucking happy you suggested that, because in my brain I was like, how can I get out of this fucking mess? And that's the best answer I've heard.
How do I figure out which one V has hidden the worm in?
Step 1, stop panicking. Step 2, think.
Don't panic. Just remember your towel. All right.
We're not at a disco. No panic allowed.
Can I try to gauge from the walls and the ground which side has been more recently dug out?
Take a survival check.
Boop. 24.
What is this with you and your 24s?
It's my average.
You know, it's better than 24. 25.
25.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
25 was the magic number tonight. No, it's fine. You can tell that the left path was the one that was more recently dug. The right path, but the difference is not much.
Is there can I get a gut feeling for how long ago is it recent? Is it like?
No, these tunnels were dug some time ago.
Okay. Well, the left one's more recently dug out, but it's not by a much. Like these, it either traverses this area constantly, and it's just, yeah. But these are old tunnels, but yeah. We should probably try the right one. It's a bit of a steeper climb. I'm assuming that's not going to be a problem for Rhal or Zaltanna, but me and Lafian might have a little bit of a trouble climbing.
There both is and is not danger in both tunnels as far as I'm concerned.
Rhal, what is with you being philosophical today?
Until we know, we don't know.
I think we should be okay. We do have the climbing picks that Rowena gave us a while back. We could use those to steady ourselves. I mean, they're meant for ice more than anything, but I mean, the walls here kind of easy to latch onto, it looks.
I will accept this interpretation of reality.
All right.
She would like to take the slightly older,
Yes.
slightly less steep right path. Okay. You meander your way along this path. It's occasionally, as you go along this right path, the pathway gets intercepted by other tunnels that come into it almost at like perpendicular 90 degrees straight across it, and it kind of, these ones are much older tunnels, but you get the gist that these ones are heading back down, so you continue heading up towards the surface. You travel for about 3 or 4 hours, and then you come across kind of this open... You kind of smell the fresh air. You kind of get that feeling that you're getting much, much closer to the actual surface itself. And as you kind of like turn this corridor and go up, you see ahead of you that you are kind of near the top of that kind of like cliffside, of the side of the gorge that you found Red Rock City in. It opens up above you, but it's, you know, tens and scores of feet upwards. You can see that there are other tunnels of a similar construction that break into this kind of open area. You can look across and see the other side of the gorge. You're on like kind of this little platform, and you can see that there are like curled up in like a ball. You know what I mean? Just a spiral. You see curled up in this spiral this kind of dark purple-looking worm that is covered in like these very heavy crustaceans, like kind of spines, the little like point out bits that could be used to harm if wished. You can see that its jaws are absolutely massive. You can see the teeth are taller than Lafian. This thing is huge, and it's on this kind of platform that is open to the sky. You can see the sky is that same kind of reddish color as it was before. You hear the sounds of kind of fighting off in the distance, like far and down. It's probably louder than it should be because you're in a very confined area where the gorge is and the sound travels very far. You can hear the sounds of horses, and you can hear the sounds of shouting and screaming. That's coming from down in the gorge. You can't see it, but you can hear it. But ahead of you, this curled up in a bit of a spiral is this ginormous purple encrusted worm. Can y'all take a stealth check, please?
Oh,
Lafian.
Did you expect any?
Lafian.
I wasn't prepared for this. I could be good at stealth, just I need to know ahead of time.
the Batman
like
excuse is not going to work.
Well, I deserve that, honestly. 5.
God fucking damn it, guys.
Y'all ready to fight
Alright,
a purple worm?
6, 7, 8, 9, because I have 4 also.
17.
Not for this particular role.
Oh, worm?
All right. Yeah, so Lafian and Zaltanna are on 5 apiece. Rhal got a 17, and Squash just disappears into the ether. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of time because you kind of step up and realize this worm is there. The worm is like, with all the battle and everything down below, you can tell that it's conscious, but it's kind of focused in that direction for now.
It seems to be focused at where the
battle
horse,
in the gorge is taking place,
yeah. Okay.
Battle in the gorge. What battle in the gorge?
There's a sound of like fighting and battle in the gorge over yonder.
Oh, that's probably what's his name.
Hester.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay. He's got badass horse things with him. He's fine.
Yes. But who is he fighting? He should not be fighting anybody right now.
Well, things were supposed to be chasing us, so supposedly.
Is he fighting other living people who's just coming to fuck with us?
No,
not living.
Probably demons.
You hear the sound of battle. Unless you pop your head over there, you are not going to know.
So sorry, I'm meta wondering what the fuck's going on.
It's probably demons.
That's a good guess, my buddy.
We're kind of on the plane of demons, so gonna wager a guess. Demons. Scale 1 to demons. Demons.
10 out of 10. Okay. The worm seems to be kind of dazed. It's kind of looking around. It doesn't seem to be like looking around. It doesn't have fucking eyes. It doesn't seem to be like focusing on us right now.
No.
Now, remind me if I'm wrong. We meant to meet up with Hester again for so that we could travel to the Nexus.
Right.
So I think we're gonna try to. We need to get to the gorge, but the gorge is like super deep, right?
Yep. You don't exactly know how high up in this gorge you are unless you get over to the edge and look down. You don't know how far below that is below you. It could be hundreds of feet. It could be 20 feet. You don't know.
And we just popped our head out of like a giant worm cave.
Yes, you're basically leaving this little worm tunnel that you were in. You find yourself on a kind of like a platform. The sides of it, most of it go pretty high up, 40, 50, 60 feet sort of thing. There are other tunnels that are obviously broken into this little like platform or ledge area. And there's a giant worm.
I'm wondering what's the best course of action here. We could just try to get the sneak attack on the goddamn worm and just go in for the blood. Do I feel like that if we keep our heads down, the worm's not gonna come after us, or does it seem agitated?
If you lay down and pretend like you're a worm, it will think it's one. I think you're one of them.
No.
We just have to move.
I'm going to say
on our bellies
that you're about 40 feet out from it. This thing is like huge. It is like that huge category.
Gargantuan.
No, just huge.
That's smaller than I'm expecting.
Yeah. Do you think it's going to attack you? Let's say that there is clearly like the remains of some creatures all around you. It clearly eats things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I think the wording I used was agitated. But V is very much telegraphing that this thing will eat our ass if we give it a choice. So
yes, this thing could like open its mouth and swallow Rhal whole. Like squash, barely a snack.
But Rhal has such a thick tail. Like surely it would choke on it.
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Rhal, go in, ass first. All right. I think it seems to be kind of roughly aware of our presence, so I think Squash is just going to turn around like, we just need to get to the gorge. Maybe this is its territory and it just wants us out of here, or maybe it wants to eat us, but if we move quickly and away from it, it might not attack. Or we can just attack it and try to kill it first, but it looks like it's going to just eat us.
I don't have a lot of energy to not be eaten.
V, would you say that the gorge is roughly within a mile of where we are currently?
Yes. Like the platform you're on. It's enough to have this worm, a little bit of extra room, and then there's like the side of like this ledge you're on that isn't like going right to 60 feet up. There's like an open side of this ledge that you're on that is into the gorge.
And that's the gorge we came in on, we think.
You think. It's the same kind of like red rock all around you that the Red Rock City is for.
Okay.
You can hear the sounds of battle and you can hear the sounds of horses.
Okay.
It's probably a good bet, but I'm not going to confirm 100%, but it's probably a good bet.
So I think there may be a way that I actually could get us into the gorge without confrontation.
Distraction.
No, it's going to drain a bit out of me, but I can definitely do it. Just be ready because we might be going away from this fight and into whatever other fight is going on there. Although I will scout it out first and let you know. Let's see then. So Lafian's going to sit down, crisscross applesauce, and he is going to use his phasing eye ability.
Okay.
Which costs 7 side points. Ow. And the third eye appears on his forehead and basically pops out and starts floating up into the air and then goes straight through the rock. And it's heading towards the gorge.
So your third eye pops out on the top of your head as you sit down comfortably. It goes across the ledge to the side where the gorge is, and you look down at the scene below you. Other than some of the bridges that kind of span this gorge where, you've seen that obviously signs that, way back whenever that may have been, that there are clearly signs that this was made by sentient beings, and that's all around you. Other than seeing those in sporadic places all around, you see below you that you managed to spot Hester pretty quickly. You can see that he is bloodied and covered in cuts and bruises and foam. You can see that one of his arms is very heavily damaged and it's hanging sort of limply at his side, possibly broken. You see that surrounding him, there is just one nightmare horse that is still upright and fighting next to him. The others you don't see any signs of. In fact, you don't really see any dead beings, only pools of blood that just absolutely litter the bottom of this gorge. You can see that they are fighting this one large creature that is covered in what looks like these plates of metal. They are shiny and reflective in many places. It has 2 very large arms which seem comically big for it, except with every swing down that it makes, you can see the ground beneath it shake and in some cases crack beneath its weight. You can see that this thing is equally fucked up. You can see that one of its arms too is partially broken, that chunks of this reflective plate that's all over it, especially in the head area, has been cracked and broken, as some of them are missing completely. You can see that by evidence of the various blood pools around here that a lot of creatures have died, and this is kind of the last throes of this fight.
Okay, so while he's watching this, then he's going to whisper out loud to the group. It looks like Hester is currently in the middle of fighting some sort of giant plated creature. There's only one of the horses left. The rest of them are completely gone. Are you all ready for a fight? If so, someone tap me on the shoulder. Just let me know, because then we're going to go in, now.
Squash looks over to the rest of the team, just we need to help him, right?
Rhal just looks exhausted. And he's just, yeah.
Yeah. Obviously.
I'm assuming Rhal, being the tallest of the 3, taps Lafian on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Don't make me tippy-toes, man.
I'm sitting crisscross applesauce. You can tap me on
sorry. Yes, you did say crisscross applesauce. I remember that now.
Yeah, I think I was also just thrown by the applesauce thing. I'm like, huh? What is this?
It's an American
I'm confused.
You Europeans would get it.
Yeah.
You eternal sunshine people, you wouldn't understand our dark language. Okay, cool. If you're using any of your teleport abilities, I think you can basically teleport within a mile without too much problem, right?
Right. I just have to see where I'm going, which is what the eye was for. Because then I could scout, see where we're teleporting, and then just...
It's definitely it's well within that mile. It's the gorge, the bottom of it is 150 feet down. That's well within the mile range. You could absolutely do that, no problem.
Okay, then in that case, I'm going to spend the 6 side points to Phantom Caravan the group of us. Probably about, I want to say 15 feet behind Hester.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that there's enough room for us to maneuver how we would like.
Yep, that makes sense. Okay. Can I have all of you roll initiative, please?
Whee! I'm going to spend 7 side points to give us all plus 10 to initiative.
Is initiative an ability check?
Is that an action, a reaction?
It is a reaction to us entering combat. So everybody gets plus 10 to initiative.
Is initiative an ability check?
It is.
Yep, it's a dex check.
Disadvantage then.
All right, let's do this from the top. Squash, what did you get?
I got 34 with a plus 10.
You're absolutely gross. Lafian, what did you get?
28.
Rhal, what did you get?
22.
And Zaltanna, you got 20, if I'm reading that right. All right. Okie dokie. Poor Hester is right at the bottom.
Sorry, Hester. I couldn't give it to you. You're already in combat.
Poor Hester. Poor Hester. He got 3. Oh, shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Poor Hester was on 3. The horse did way better than him. On a 21. I'll put that on a 19. Screw it. We'll call that horse. All right, and let's see what the mirror creature did. The mirror creature had a 6. Okay. Let's hit in from the top of the round. Squash.
I would like to hide.
Surprise, motherfucker! I'm not here. You can't see me.
Mm-hmm. Where are you hiding?
Ah, shit. Is this Graf going to
You're in a
pick
gorge,
up
make it up,
firewood
man. I don't
in
give a
the
shit.
desert situation?
No, it's not like that, no.
We're in a gorge. What is Hester fighting?
So Hester is fighting this creature that has absolutely massive arms. You can see that it's, now that you're down here, the chest area is like well buff, well built, I don't know. But its leg area are just kind of, they're just not really so much. This thing is all arms. This one totally skipped leg day. There's nothing to it on the lower half, but you can see that these arms, like, they are the weapons. They are big, heavy club-like weapons, and you can tell that they're covered in cracks and breaks. You can see that as you're watching it, as it smashes down and pulls up, you see this like mirror plate that was once broken and smashed, like, quickly begin to heal over a little bit. But yeah, this thing is huge.
Alright.
Sorry, this thing is large. My apologies.
I'm going to use my first action to move to a location where I believe I can get myself hidden.
Yeah, I'm going to say there's plenty of rocks down here, like... Yeah, you could hide behind anything. And also, it's not paying attention to you so much. It's more worried about the horse kicking it in the face and the Eye of Grim just, like, smashing down with its spear, so...
bonus action, I'm going to stealth. And then I am going to set myself up to shoot it with my bow after it has after I feel like for my next opening, meaning like basically after its turn.
Are you doing a ready action?
Yes. I just don't want to shoot, drop my stealth, and then its turn comes up and it just comes over and just knocks me the fuck out.
Okay.
So,
all right. So your held action is when it has finished doing its shit.
Yes, and I know that's a terrible thing to do to other people, but I cannot afford being hit right now.
You will have to remember that for me. But yes, that's totally acceptable. Okay, Lafian.
Hi.
You're about 15 feet out. Hester is ahead of you. The horse is right next to him, and you can see this giant hulking creature just raising its arms again to have another go at our poor boy Hester.
Hester's looking pretty fucked up, huh?
Oh, he is real fucked up. You can tell that one of his arms is absolutely broken.
Okay. In that case, then, Lafian, being the good support that he is going to run up behind Hester and, hey, let me give you a hand with that. And then puts a hand out to the broken arm and is going to try to heal.
Okay, go for it.
Full 7 points. Well, I restored 33 HP to Hester.
Okay, great.
And then I back up the 15 feet again.
Yes, that's acceptable.
Not much of a front fighter, but here to support you. That's what the other two are for. You're about to tell me this thing has fucking breach, aren't you?
This has reach of 10, yeah.
Okay.
Alright, it's gonna hit you with a opportunity attack.
Yep.
It sees that somebody new has entered the fray and is like, ooh! Smashing time! And that is 16 versus your armor class.
No.
Oh, then you're fine. You just feel this thing smash down next to you. You can feel the earth beneath you shake a little bit, but like it misses you by like a hair's width. Okay.
I'm so glad I got that cloak.
Rhal, what do you want to do, bud?
Run and punch.
Please.
Okay.
I'm going to do divine flavor.
What's the flavor?
You use
Pineapple?
Yeah, okay.
Great. Pineapple,
You
fantastic.
usually choose.
Alright, you have used Divine Flavor. That's your bonus action. You still have your move and your action left.
Yes, I'm going to punch for my action. Punch.
Okay.
And that is 19 plus a bunch of numbers. 19 plus 12.
31. Yes, 31 definitely hits this monstrosity. Yes.
13 damage.
Plus Divine Flavor.
Oh yes, D4. 4. And then a key point, right? Can I still do that after using my bonus? I don't think there's a reason not.
Your main attack action is multi-attack, so you should be able to do 2 hits, I think.
Okay, yeah. You're right. Yeah, so it is a 16.
Well, that fails.
Damn.
As your first one just like smashes hard into it, but the second one just kind of your hand bounces off of these plates. I believe that makes it our good Zaltanna's go.
I'm gonna do some slashing motions with my sword.
Nice.
I don't
Zaltanna
think I
smash.
I'm gonna do the thing that I always forget to do, which is I'm gonna rage, and then I'm gonna slashy.
Nice.
Attack 1. Attack 2. So attack 1 is 23. Does that hit?
Absolutely.
And attack 2 is 19. Does that hit?
It does just.
Yeah, so 20 for the first strike. And 23 for the second. And I'm saving my extra smite powers because I'm like running low on spell slots.
Okay. You see, like, Calamon, the first smack, like Rhal's first smack, just absolutely cracks some of these plates in half. The second one, more like a spiderweb cracking, not a full breakdown, but it's still pretty intense. Nice. Is there any... That was your move, your bonus, and your action. Alright. Cool. It's still standing. Horse. Oh, good horse boy.
Kill it.
Get it, horse, get it!
I believe in you.
Hey V, I just had a thought.
Yeah. What's that?
Where did Thistle go?
Where did Thistle go? This is not a Thistle. Thistle is not a unicorn.
No, Thistle goes to heaven.
Thistle,
But Thistle did
Thistle
die.
goes to graze in Cicero.
It's a fair... You know what? That's fair. Clack would be the one that would go to Bellum.
Yeah. Because Clack is a druid and an asshole.
Oh, right. I forgot about the druid part.
Yes, technically a druid. Stuck in horse form. Okay, you see the horse next to Hester basically just rear back a little bit and try and gore forward with its horn.
Get it.
You see that its horn just kind of gets deflected off one of these plates, and in its rage, it rears back and tries to smash down with its hooves on one of its arms.
Get it.
It does not get it.
Damn it.
It's the second time it kind of just bounces off, but you can see the horse, after like some very kind of silent signal between themselves and between Hester, the horse kind of takes a place which is kind of between, without breaking the 10-foot reach, takes a place between where Lafian and where Squash are and where the creature is. Obviously, the big beefy one's already in the fight. You two are hiding back.
Thank you. That's so nice.
See, the horse
I
takes
appreciate
place
that.
there. At this point, Hester gets a go. Although his other arm has been significantly healed, it still looks like pretty rough and really swollen. He pulls back with his spear and he stabs it down into kind of the general like chest area of this pretty beefy thing. Oh, and absolutely smashes it both times. You see this spear just dart in once and you see a flash of light. You see him pull it back and smash into exactly the same place, and there is another flash of light. You get this kind of ragey need to survive, just coming off him in waves every time he does this, as he smites down for both attacks. As you see both of these attacks go off, he does 65 points of damage.
Wow.
Damn!
Yep, he hard. You see this kind of chest area just completely crack open as he smashes the spear into the same place basically over and over, and you can see he's been trying to crack through this very heavy like reflective chest plate, and you see it just cracks like completely down the center. This thing takes a step back and you can see this kind of dark, fiery energy underneath it as you finally get to see kind of the exposed area underneath, and this creature releases an absolute howl of rage. But it is not its go. Squash, I'm so sorry. I forgot that you were going to have a go after Mirror Creature. So you can take your reaction now, and then it will be your go.
That uses my reaction, and it's just going to be a simple sneak attack with the hand crossbow.
Yep, go right ahead.
22 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
All right, it's a 46 piercing and 7 frost.
Oh, damn. So that's 53. Okay.
Oh, I'm actually hitting, so I'm going to roll again just to see if I get a crit.
Fair.
Nope.
Nope. Yeah, you see this bolt just go smashing into that kind of like exposed fiery area, and you can see that ice that would sometimes occasionally be covering the bolts from your crossbow. You can see it just crackle in there and melt down. You've done damage to it. It's actually now your go.
All right. I'm going to snap another bolt at it, and then I'm going to hide again in a different hole behind a different rock. That's okay. my plan for tonight. 19 to hit.
Don't you get advantage because you have your companions menacing it?
That is not actually a 5th edition rule. It's a kind of a house rule sometimes that if you're flanking or something like that.
You get sneak attack, but that's it.
Yeah.
I'm so menacing.
You are quite menacing, Rhal.
Okay.
Yeah, no. It's just
what
normal.
you do is your second bolt just cracks off in the space of like 6 seconds.
Yes. And I get a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Nice. 42 piercing damage, 9 frost.
How do you destroy this thing?
Yeah, I think it's about to like it's just brought down an attack on Hester, and it catches one arrow like to its like kind of weak torso area, and while it's reeling from that, it catches another one like maybe let's say like in the armpit area, and it just kind of like clenches down on it and just like very meekly just goes down as like blood damage just has done too much.
Awesome. As soon as this creature goes down, you hear Hester, and he says, "Run!" like at the top of his voice, and you see him run over to his horse, and the pair of them just bolt it in the other direction.
Okay.
Are you going to go with?
Yeah.
Are all the other horses dead?
Yes.
Yep, then I'm just sprinting.
Are you sprinting away from the creature or after Hester?
After Hester.
I'm assuming everyone else is also bolting.
Yeah.
Smart. About 6 seconds later, as you are completely like bolting it the fuck away, you hear this huge explosion from behind you as this creature gets its last revenge, and this fireball just basically nips at your heel. It is that kind of like cool guys don't look at explosions moment as this huge fireball goes off behind you, and you feel all these small rocks just kind of like rain down around you with the force of the blast. But you're not affected. Yeah, you went with the run. And you're all now out of combat.
Jesus Christ.
How did you know that thing was gonna explode?
Experience.
Good call.
Thank you. Yeah, we got what we needed from Red Rock City, so... I think we need to get to the vortex now. Are you okay?
I appreciate the healing.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
If we are to get faster mounts, we have to return to the ranch.
Yeah. I'm sorry about your animals.
You see him kind of cast a glance down at you, and he just quietly nods, but he doesn't really acknowledge much beyond that.
Right, we're back there.
We should be on our way then.
Correct. We need to be on the lookout. You can see that he's basically running with the horse. Like, since not everybody can travel rapidly, there's no point tiring out his horse. You can see as he's going, he's kind of like rubbing the back of its mane as he basically takes off at a pace. He sets a pace that's basically at, I think Zaltanna is the slowest moving. You have 25 speed, right?
I sure do. I sure am the slowest.
Wait, you could be on Electo.
True.
And that means that the slowest speed would then be 30?
Yep.
So you'd at least be able to be mounted.
I'm on my dog. I got my doggy. We're hanging out. She go woof woof.
Yep, woofers. Yeah, like y'all can take off running.
Good jogging pace.
Yeah, steady pace, he says. It will probably be the end of your day by the time we reach the ranch. You are successful in your mission.
Yep.
Good. You wish to go to the vortex,
Right?
We believe we might be able to converse with people that may know more about uniting the armies of Bellum.
I believe you could find information at the town around the vortex.
Yeah.
You'll be able to talk with the information peddlers there. But I suspect that they probably will direct you to the leader of Bellum, to Hagen.
I sent Dio out already.
You look like you have been through it as much as I have. Do you require rest before we travel on this evening?
I require the removal of a curse. I have been inflicted with rot.
It is probably wise that we recover our energies before we take off in the morning. All right. You guys make it to the branch. You have to take a bit of a winding route as you see this kind of horde of creatures that are kind of making your way. But between the mixture of your skills and Hester's guidance, you manage to kind of outpace them, keep them at arm's length. And you make it back to the ranch and what you would feel like is the end of your day. You basically get to have a long rest. Is there anything anyone would like to do over this night?
Probably
Yes.
try to follow up with Marnak and see if they picked anything up.
I think Zaltanna needs to convince Hester to let Zaltanna look into the well to check in on Dammaz.
Oh, that's an idea.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. I I'm gonna like walk over and be like, does it look like he needs healing?
Hester? Yeah, he still looks like a little under the weather, but it's nothing he couldn't tough out, so to speak. But of course, it is the end of the day, and it doesn't really matter. You're going to get your long rests regardless. Yeah, he could probably use a little extra help.
I'm gonna do a cure wounds on him.
Thank you. I appreciate your help. Is there something I can do for your bloodiness?
Yeah, look. I know this is kind of a big ask. Do you think I could get a look in the veil? One of my followers, I can't feel him anymore, and I'm really worried.
He doesn't catch your eye. He kind of looks down at the dirt for a moment. He looks a little bit worried, and then he just shakes his head and shrugs his shoulders, and he says, I think that would probably be okay.
Thank you.
You are not likely to get lost in the world. You're not likely to... You are still very much alive, Zaltanna. It is more dangerous for people like myself. Go ahead.
Mood.
Was that Zaltanna or was that Casey? We'll never know.
The line gets blurred.
Go ahead. If there are others that your companions wish to check on too, they might want to do that.
I'm going to go back and let them know that he offered that, and then I'm going to go to the well and see if I can check on Dammaz. Also, I realized that I said the veil earlier.
I was like, are you picking up Aethel's, like, W to V's?
Absolutely. My brain did not process the fact that I know it's the well, and I heard Aethor say the well, but my brain was like, yeah, the veil, that makes sense.
That was more of a Aethor couldn't remember if we ever called it the well or if we called it something else, so I was like, so yeah.
That thing.
They won't know it's not an exit.
Yeah, the Fremen.
You want to look at my bell?
Wait, is
well for
fucking
Cusco.
vampire? Are you a vampire? Is that what's happening? It's a veil,
The well is guarded by, like, the Count from Sesame Street.
Uh-huh.
Like, you never see the bottom part of him, so he's just popping out the well. Like, well, they're going through my well. No,
well, who do we have here?
One well.
One visitor.
Why is he suddenly French, though? All right. He basically tells you where it is. It's inside the barn. You can see that there is a faint glow coming from one of the kind of the stalls where the horses are normally kept. You can see that in here, in the barn itself, you can see there are actually only 3 horses that remain. The one that fought at the side of Hester just now, and 2 others, a bay and a grey. You reach the well. As soon as you get there, you feel this very physical presence of magic all around you. Like someone's put like a really big, heavy blanket on you and it's really warm and fluffy. That's what you feel coming from this well. And as you approach, you can see this kind of like pale, bluish purple light coming from it. As you look into the well, you are searching for Dammaz?
Yes.
Alright, I'll have you make a religion check for me, please. Alright, you can have it at advantage because Dammaz is your first paladin.
Thank God. 18.
We will say thank you because that first one was a nat one.
Thanks, Zaltanna.
Thanks, Zaltanna.
Thank this will.
On an 18, you see this small bluish crystal. It's being held in the palm of somebody's hand, and it's about an inch, maybe an inch and a half, kind of like long. and you very clearly see Dammaz inside this small crystal. You see a hand close around it, and you realize that Daichin is holding this crystal. And that's what you get.
He's holding a small crystal?
So there's a small crystal, and Dammaz is inside of that, and Daichin is holding the crystal.
That motherfucking...
They look really good, though.
Could
like
someone...
It would make like a really good necklace.
Yeah, Dammaz is inside just like voting it up.
Did you do him justice? Like,
I'm going to put him on a ring, a little Dammaz ring.
oh.
Zaltanna is like white knuckling the side of the well. There might be a small amount of rock that has been crumbled.
That's absolutely fine. You can hear on anyone near the barn after the offer is extended, you can hear like the horses are kind of like they're taking a few casual steps away from your direction.
Zaltanna's going to walk away, walk into the barn, find the nearest thing that is punchable that will not destroy the barn, and punch it really hard.
Yeah, there's like a
horse.
There's like a couple of like barrels of grain and sacks of grain and shit like that. Like there is definitely things you can
punch a barrel
out of. Yeah. This barrel can get turned into like sawdust real quickly and not destroy the barn. That's absolutely doable.
I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. When we get back, I'm gonna buy 2 new incredibly fucking sharp throwing axes.
What are the 3 of you doing?
Well, since you need a personal invite from Hester to be allowed to look in his fancy little well, I'm assuming the 3 of us are...
He did invite us.
He did. He told me to tell you guys, and I did.
Sure.
I said I went and I told you guys.
He told everyone they could.
I'm sorry. My brain's...
Your brain's also broken?
Absolutely fried right now.
Brain fried rice.
Okay, then I assume that you kind of like strut out of the well area, fuming.
Yep, I'm ranting about all the terrible things I'm going to do to Daichin, but I haven't named who it is. You guys have just been hearing me mumble things like, I'm going to string him up by his intestines and use him like a punching bag.
Zaltanna, what did you see?
Oh, that polyp on the asshole of society that is Daichin has somehow got his hands on Dammaz and put him into some kind of crystal. And he will feel my motherfucking wrath. Do you hear the tone of my voice? I am past angry.
Did he kill
He's going...
Dammaz?
No, he just captured my paladin. He's gonna wish. He's gonna wish that the blissful eclipse would come, just so that he won't have to deal with what I'm going to do to him.
You said he's in a crystal?
Then Zaltanna walks back over to another barrel and punches it with a soft smile on her face.
He's gonna get real strong after all that time in the gym.
Oh my god.
God, I hope you catch a fireball.
I don't know, pick something else up that's magical. We'll find out.
Yeah, a crystal. Dammaz is inside some kind of crystal.
V, would Lafian be aware of what might do this?
Y'all have actually seen it before. When y'all went to Daichin's lair the first time round, Dammaz was the first one to step on a ward of storing and got turned into a crystal, and the only way that was broken out was Zaltanna smacked it with a natural 20 to break him out.
Oh, it's that. Okay, never mind.
Yes, it's imprisonment.
Wait, no, hold on. Wait. Is it imprisonment or is it something different?
It's imprisonment. I haven't fucked with the spell that much.
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
That much.
No, you know what? If you can break it with Cal, then that is definitely altered. I'll take it. Great. We're good.
Yeah. I'm sure I can break him out of it. But that
was a nat 20. Like, I'm making that really clear. That was the only reason you broke it. That is not the way to break this spell.
Yeah, no, it's not. That's why I can
probably do it again. Or if I can't, I'm sure we can figure something out. I'm not worried about getting him out. I'm just worried about the fact that Daichin thinks he can touch one of my paladins.
I understand. We will do what we can. We're going to have to deal with Daichin. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for us to do the final fight, I imagine, because he'll just fuck everything up somehow.
Yeah, we still can't kill him, right?
Well, no, the problem is that we keep having the issue of we encounter him when Emil is not present to, do the thing.
No, but that's fine, though, because if we can't kill him, I have other ways, things that I can do to him that will make him, let's just say I could put him out of commission without killing him, and he'll wish he was dead.
You guys know he's doing this as retribution.
Mm-hmm.
He's doing this because we've been fucking with him.
That just makes me want to fuck with him harder.
No, we need to stop fucking with him, and we need to end him. We've been beating around the bush for too long with Daichin. I know it's scary, and I know he's powerful, but we need to end this. When we're done in Bellum, we need to track him down, and we need to put him away. He has Dammaz, and we don't know what he's going to do with that. He could chuck it in the ocean under a fucking glyph of, protection, and we'll never see Dammaz again.
Squash, I am with you.
I know. I begged you guys.
You're so stressed out right now. Go punch a barrel. It'll help.
No, it won't. Rhal, why don't you check in on Aema? Make sure she's okay. You did do some weird spell using her bones, so...
No, we made no bones. I think.
Yes,
yeah.
Aema does not have wooden bones.
We just scry and Aema's just a fucking puddle of flesh on the ground. Just...
Or she's just a tree now,
Did I say duplication spell?
Bones.
I meant take hollow bones out spell.
Oh no, bonitis! My only regret is that I have bonitis.
All right, Rhal, are you going to go check on Aema?
Yeah. So Rhal doesn't. Yeah, I mean, Rhal doesn't initially. He thinks Aema's okay, but
Squash put that niggle of doubt in his head.
No, he would go anyways because he's curious about the well, right? There's just a curiosity. He's gonna look at it like he's kind of. He doesn't even. It's not a fact of need. It's like there's a new thing over here. Something that I was kind of
a magical thing I can touch. Let's go.
Explore.
Something that I was trying to understand earlier with this dude's morals and protecting it and stuff. So I'm of course gonna look. So he'll look at Aema, and if he has time, he'll look at something else.
You get that warm, comfy feeling. Like someone's given you a big, comfy, weighted blanket. You look down on Aema, and you see that she and a few other Dragonborn are kind of dressed for battle. You see that they are at the edge of a forest, and you can see a clearing ahead of you. You can see that this is clearly one of Dacian's sites, and they just seem to be together and waiting for something, some signal, some about to go, but they haven't received it yet. She seems fine. She's slightly flushed, as much as you could be flushed under scales, I guess. She seems slightly flushed, but she seems okay.
Okay. Rhal will call over Squash. We'll go find Squash before he checks in on the other thing he was going to look at.
I call Squash to the stand.
Squash.
Yeah.
Hey, can you try to send another message to Aema telling her what happened to Dammaz?
Yeah, I was gonna...
She's around station something, so...
Sure. Let me... Yeah, I'll send her a quick message.
Thanks.
Before I do that, I just want to check in on Demi. If she doesn't know, I think she... I don't know. I'll let them both know. Just...
Yeah.
It feels dumb. I'm debating whether to tell Aema or Demi first. Who cares? Everybody needs to know. They need to know. Squash is going to send both... No, Squash is going to check in on Demi before he tells her that her brother is missing. If she's currently in fury, burning down some forests, I don't want to add to that by going, hey, by the way, your brother's still missing.
Yeah, let me see what she's doing at this point. You see her... She's standing in the entrance hall to the GDC. You can see that there is Gilles standing in front of her, and they seem to be talking. You can see that her hair is tied up, and she's clearly dressed for some sort of magical battle. You see them conversing. She looks very focused, very... She's not shaking, she's not moving around at speed, she's not, like, walking on the tips of her toes. She's very calm and very measured. She speaks a little with Gilles, and then she heads up the staircase to rooms, you would assume. And that's the glimpse you get.
Wait, he's still alive.
Gilles?
Yeah. You made it very ambiguous.
Yeah. Because I love Gilles.
There's a fucking four horsemen. Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
How many hours ago, roughly, would we have been in the purple worm tunnel when Zaltanna felt Dammaz?
Most of a day.
Okay. 12 hours?
There's a few hours to get to the top, and you spent most of the kind of day running back to this place.
Yeah, Squash is just gonna send a message to Demi. It's gonna roughly be, I'm not sure if you knew, but Dammaz seems to have been captured by Dacian. We will get him back. I promise.
You hear back, I know. I'm distracting Dacian whilst others go after his base. If I can get Dammaz back, I will. But I don't know. She doesn't seem to be able to finish the sentence.
All right. And then I'm going to send a message to Aema.
Do you have 3 level 3 spell slots?
No, I have 2. We just took a long rest.
Right.
Or we're in the midst of taking a long rest.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
Like
Go.
I'm
just take one out. Borrow from one from tomorrow.
no,
It's fine.
like,
Take one
I
from
only
tomorrow.
have 2. Like I'm starting tomorrow with no level 3 spell slots.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah,
This is important. You decided to fuck us.
I agree.
So
I agree. Only mildly. I agree.
yeah, Squash is going to send a message to Aema. We are okay, but Dammaz has been captured by Dajan. Please be careful. Rhal says he loves you too.
Aw. I need you to roll a D100. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It doesn't reach.
15, so that's fine.
It goes through. You hear. Sorry. We didn't know that. We'll be careful. We Dragonborn are attacking Dajan's base. We are waiting for Demi's signal that he will not be here. P.S. I love Rhal. That won't fit, but that's what I do.
But it's a one word.
Yeah,
Here's a
it's all one word.
I let Aema know, and Demi. Demi knows, and she's working on a plan. Aema's part of it. They're trying to distract Dajan. They're trying to distract Dajan to attack his lair, if I understood them correctly, his base. I'm not sure exactly what that entails.
Yeah. Well, this is those aren't 6 Dragonborn. Those are Thorns. She should be okay.
I'm glad Thorin is taking this seriously. I'm glad he's actually reaching out to help.
Yeah. Anyways, are you done with the well?
Yeah, and then I guess I have nobody to check in on in the well. Wait a minute.
Yes, you do.
Who do I have? You're definitely not thinking of the person I was thinking of.
I was thinking you would check on Trample since you seem to be buddy-buddy with him anyways.
No, Trample can have his privacy. I
What do you
no
think
need
he's
to-
doing right... You know what? No, don't answer that.
You know exactly what I think he's doing.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer
He's
to.
chewing loudly with his mouth open.
You could look at Dacian.
I'm assuming this thing probably doesn't connect to Dacian, but it's definitely worth checking.
Does
Does this thing? This might override standard rules of magic.
It was your argument for using it earlier, I think. When we were arguing with the man.
Well, he's giving us free access. Yeah, checking on Dacian. How you doing, buddy? Childhood friend.
Yeah, but I will remind you that no matter what you find, you're out of spell slots.
No matter what you do, you're fucked. Yeah, you see Dacian holding a crystal. That's what I didn't know. Fuck me. Roll a wisdom check.
Oh, we're getting some feedback here. Oh no, I shouldn't be doing this.
I didn't want to say it.
Terrible wizard.
Ha 25.
Well, I asked for a wisdom check.
That's the same. No, wait. Wisdom check. Fuck.
I mean, if you want to just shave off the... Okay.
18.
18.
Yeah.
You don't get anything more than the remnants of what Zaltanna saw.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Squash is going to check in on an old friend of his, Salt. I want to know where that fucker is roughly, so when we get back to the physical plane, I can track him down easier.
Yep. Can you make a wisdom check, please?
All right. 17.
Salt is traveling with a group of humans. He is traveling the road at night. You can see that they are pulling a... You can see that there is a horse, and the horse is pulling a cart. It looks like everybody in this group is well armed. Like they are protective of this, either they be magical or be they might. You can see in the back of this cart that there are what looks like chests filled with magical scrolls, and they all seem to be giving off the same kind of feel and aura to it, and that's all that you really get. You would probably be able to tell that they are traveling away from Falsum.
All right. Fuck. All right. Well, I keep that in mind. So when I describe that to some people, when we get back to Falsum, I might be able to figure out where they were going. All right. Yep.
Lafian?
Hi.
Anything you want to do, bud?
Yep. I have 2 people I need to check on.
Sure.
First one is obviously Kythea.
Kythea is standing with Rowena. You can see that they are in Kino. You can just tell by the mixture of people all around them. You can see that there is what looks like a big portion of the Dwarven army kind of off to one side. They're all trying to be sneaky, but there's just too big of a group. Right ahead of you, you can see that it is sunlight, it's daytime because, Kino, different time, whatever. You can see that she is standing in front of what looks like a mountain range, and nestled amongst these mountains is what looks like a stronghold. You can see like walls with ramparts and stuff. You can see that there are what looks like very tall, well-built humanoids that you might recognize as Goliath. You would recognize a Goliath. You've seen them before. You can see that they are kind of standing there and looking down and across, and they look uncomfortable, like they don't really know what's going on. But Kythea and Rowena, they seem to be not too worried as they approach this kind of city, I guess.
Okay. Mildly concerning, but you know what? It's fine. It's fine. Rowena's there. We got the whole army there. It's fine. It's fine. And the one that I've been worried about, but Lafian's trying to keep this cool, he's going to check on Ninverna. Because Ninverna was with Dammaz.
If you've forgotten, fair. As you look in on Ninverna, you can see that she is sitting at a table. You can see that sitting next to her is Talvin. His skin is very ashen and grey. His eyes have a strange reddish glow to them. And despite the fact that Ninverna is drinking and eating something for, late meal, Talvin has nothing in front of him. He looks armed as well. They seem to be in Ninverna's home.
Arch doesn't remember. What? When we went through Cicero, Talvin was guiding us, but I don't remember anything about Ninverna.
Talvin left. When Ninverna was leaving with... Ninverna went off to one side to deal with the man in black when they were serving as a distraction and a watch for when all of y'all went into Dachin's lair. Like she and the guy in black stayed behind to keep an eye on the kind of the town that everything was in, to make sure that, one, she was pregnant and didn't want to go down into the fight, and secondarily, they wanted to make sure the town didn't follow you down into the lair. Talvin then caught up with her afterwards.
Oh, I remember now.
Yep. You also heard her in the Well of Whispers, I think it was, in the stalking plane, basically mentioning that things are different despite the fact that he's back.
Okay, I blanked on that. That's my bad. I'm sorry.
It's okay. That was, I think, at this point, 7 or 8 months ago.
Probably.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Okay. Wow. Talvin looks a little worrisome. Okay. Is Talvin like dead, undead, ghost, or like wraith?
He's basically a revenant.
Revenant. Okay.
Did he come through the portal from Cicero?
Yep.
Doesn't he count for...
He took the gamble that he would go insane, and he obviously hasn't. Or he may be slowly. You don't know.
Doesn't he count as one of the graceful dead or something like that?
Yep.
Yeah. I remember now saying exactly this last time we talked about this, because I found that naming back in...
The Honorable Dead.
The Honorable Dead.
Yep.
I found it so fun.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. I'm not invading other people's personal space.
I am. I need to check on 2 people.
Oh, God.
Yep. Go ahead.
One, I left somewhere that I need to check on. I need to check on my Tabaxi friend and Wurunma and see how that is going.
Yeah.
And then I got one more.
Yep. Okay. Checking on your Tabaxi friend and Wurunma. Wurunma looks basically healed.
Hooray.
He looks absolutely fine. You can see that he's flying up and above and around Dammaz. He seems to be organizing people to go forth and get ready. You can see that there are many boats that are basically being readied or very quickly built so that they can leave this land en masse. You can see that they're, although some of the fighting force has been depleted since they've gone off with Aema, there is still a sizable amount that are making their way towards the mainland. Your Tabaxi friend is on board one of those ships that are heading towards the mainland.
Cool. Awesome. My other person is Tio.
So the world won't allow you to look at Tio.
Oh.
Because Tio is on this plane, not the material.
At least you know he's not on the material.
Yep. You know he's probably here somewhere. Zaltanna, as you are smashing up more barrels, Hester kind of joins you in that stall area. He's not berating you for smashing up a ship, but he's not stopping you either. He says, "You are looking to destroy this station for taking your paladin. I have a gift for you."
Violence. Sorry.
Blood and gore. No.
My gift is one free punch in the face.
I will not hold back from this. No. He kind of, as he walked in, it's obvious that he was hiding something behind his back, and he basically pulls out what looks like a very practical and heavy hand axe. And it has a lot of orcish runes carved into it, and you can see that it is glowing faintly. And he says, "I can tell that you have a sword that you are proficient with, but sometimes you'll need to be able to throw an axe that will return to you." And he flips it over and offers it to you, handle first.
I'll take it. Is this a boomerang axe?
Boomer axe.
Boomer axe.
Okay, boomer axe.
The boomer axe will return to you after you have thrown it, so that next time you throw it in rage, it will return to you.
I've never been so happy in my life.
And I'm sorry, it's only a simple +1 hand axe, so I do apologize.
That's so fine.
He didn't need
I'm
more.
having visions in my head of throwing my axe, it gets stuck in some guy's head, and then it just comes back to me. Because of magic.
It deals psychic damage by inflicting childhood traumas on them. It's a boomer axe.
Oh no.
Tells you about how everything was better back in its day.
Fucking Marty.
I'm too tired for jokes.
I can't deal with this.
You use this axe to free your paladin. It is all that I can give to help you.
It's so much more than I ever could have expected. Thank you.
You're most welcome. If all of you are done looking at your loved ones, We should probably rest properly before we take off in the morning.
Probably a good idea. Appreciate you letting us do that.
No problem.
All you had to do was say the word, and Zaltanna just drops down and passes out.
Like, he reaches over, he grabs like one of like the horse blankets and just like puts it over you. Hi everyone, it's V here. Thank you so much for listening. For everybody who sent us messages asking what did I do to Dammaz? Sorry, not sorry. Yeah. Anyway, I also want to say a huge thank you to Amelia Brownstein, who's recently become one of our patrons. So thank you very much for that. And anyone who is on the Patreon, or anybody who wants ad-free versions of all of the Blighthouse Studio podcasts that we have, you can get ad-free versions from as little as $1 for all of our shows over on the Patreon. So go check that out if you have $1 or $2 to spare, or if you really don't like ads. I also want to say thank you for listening. Like, I know I say it all the time, but we really mean it. Thank you so much for listening, and we love all the memes and we love all the fan art. Like, y'all are just amazing, so just generally thank you. You're about to listen to an ad for Alone at the Table. Enjoy that, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Bye!
Journey to distant realms. Explore the furthest reaches of the universe. Survive deadly dangers. Experience matters of the heart and more in a new actual play podcast. Join me, Audrey. That's right, just me, as I play tabletop games designed for one player. From journaling games to tarot games to even games that take me outside, I'm bringing you along for the ride. Join me for every episode of Alone at the Table,